Hello, everybody. My name is Ed. I'm in my armchair, and the smoking lamp is lit. And guess what I'm smoking today? My favorite pipe. Last week, I teased you by saying that I have 3 Stanwell pipes coming in. 2 of them are still not here yet, but this one just came in. This is from Mike at Briar Blues. And if you can remember, actually, you might, maybe. Mike kind of showed us a bunch of his pipes, and a few of them were opera pipes. Exactly. And that was the first time I'd ever heard the term opera pipe. Ends up I already had one, didn't call it an opera pipe, because it was stamped Tugboat for Captain Tugboat Eddie. And I happened to see through eBay a Stanwell and also a leather bound, op pipe. So I got those two. Just about 2 weeks ago, Mike is getting rid of a few of his pipes, and he put 3 on his video that he was willing to sell, or going to sell, and one of them was a Stanwell opera pipe. This is a different one than I already have, so here it is. Look at that. Beauteous Megamus Maximus. You bet. And again, what makes it an opera pipe is how it's kind of an oval. I don't know if you can really tell it that way. Yeah, there we go. So now I have 2 Stanwell ones. This is in great shape. Great shape. And this one, compared to the other 3 that I have now, is beefier. The sides are just a little bit thicker, not much, but I like that. This one just seems more like a, not heavy duty, but definitely more comfortable for me. Sturdy, not coming up with the great words for it, but it is a nice little pipe. And we mentioned this before, but in this case, this is the tamper I use, bamboo. The tamper can go completely inside here, which some of them are a little bit too narrow, and you have to use a different tamper, which I do have plenty of. But that's the tamper I use. Right? My newest favorite pipe. And just in case, for those people you haven't talked about it before, I always say my favorite pipe. And what I mean is, the pipe that I am smoking is my favorite pipe. Because all pipes need to be your favorite, even if it's just for a while. So my favorite until the next smoke I have, and that will be my favorite. Just so that you know. So anyway, my newest opera pipe, beautiful Stanwell. So this is one of 3 that I teased about. Hopefully next week I'll have one of the 2 in, and hopefully by then have all 3. So I will keep you appraised. So, Gary, Papa Bear, is having a little giveaway. I've already answered in a comment. What he's asking about is any collections you have. And well, we don't have enough time in the day for all of my collections. Because I have just always had collections. So you might see behind me, the thing I mentioned was my keychain collection. I'll have a couple pictures of that. I estimate I have 1,700. I know. But I've been collecting for somewhere around the age of 12 or 13. I had a few keychains already, and I've always been, I like stuff, little things. So when my family would be on vacation or something, I would buy a little something. But even at that age, it's like I wanted it to be more of a consistent something. And I already had some keychains, but I had also realized is that most places you can get a keychain. So ever since then, I've been collecting keychains, mainly from places I've been. That's the main issue. And I've been all over the world. And then stuff, and I worked in sporting goods, so I got a lot of sport type keychains. A lot of were given to me. A lot of them are just free, so I just grab them. So, my keychain collection. But that's not what I'm going to talk about on this video. This was how I answered Papa Bear. Oh, and something else Papa Bear did. My tobacco. Today, right now, is Burley Morning Pipe. I first became aware of early Burley Morning Pipe from Gary, Papa Bear. It is one of my favorites. And right now, that's what I'm smoking. Just a little aside. So, another collection, and I've been doing this for quite a while. I have always loved to see in lighthouses. I just love going to lighthouses. And throughout my life, the main lighthouse that I've seen forever is Barnegat Light, Old Barney, on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. Because even once we had moved out of, Jersey, we were always coming back for vacation. We'd always come to Long Beach Island at least once on each vacation. And part of that would be going to the Barnegat Lighthouse. And I don't really know if I really saw any more lighthouses until I joined the Navy. Then Wise Lighthouse, and of course going around in ships, sometimes we'd see the light of a lighthouse, didn't really see it. Then of course in the Philippines, Japan, whatever, lighthouses. And then getting along with that, individual golf trips have come back to Jersey, gone up to Maine, Michigan, Wisconsin. Of course, we've had quite a few trips to California, Oregon, Washington. So when my parents retired and they moved back to Jersey, or Pennsylvania now, they went to Old Barney, and they got me a light from Harbor Lights. Now Harbor Lights is out of business now, but anyway, this was about probably 89, 85, 86. They got me a Barnegat light one, but with that gave you a membership to their club for a year. And so I started collecting these lighthouses. So here's a little bit of facts and figures. Write it down if you need to. But I have 42 lighthouses from the Harbor Lights collection that I have seen, and I own them. I have another 10 that are lighthouses I got through the club, but I've never seen those. Total, though, I have 71 lighthouses that I have seen throughout everywhere. 71. You know why I'm telling you about this collection? One, because of Papa Bear asked, but the golf trip that I'm doing, my annual golf trip with my old buddies from Colorado, is going to go to northern Maine, a little bit higher up north than I've been. And there's quite a few little lighthouses there. And we'll be going all the way up to Canada. So I'm expecting to find and see, and hopefully can buy, because the lighthouses, Harbor Lights, is still, you can get them on eBay. They're still available. And in fact, one of the places we're staying, an Airbnb, our balcony will be looking just right across the small little bay. It's not that wide. There's a lighthouse. We're just going to be able to sit there, smoke some cigar, drink some beers, and look at the lighthouse. So, anyway, I got some pictures of some of the lighthouse displays I have. And what I'm going to show you is because I can't get them all out. I thought I'd show you the Jersey lighthouses that I have seen, and on all of their cases of on the Jersey shore, I was able to purchase through Harbor Lights. So the first thing we're going to see is East Point. That's actually in the Delaware Bay area. It's in Jersey, but it's part of the Delaware Bay. Then you go all the way down to Cape May. Then, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. I have it here. Seagirth. That's going up a little bit north, Jersey. Then you have Absecon Lighthouse. That is a lighthouse that is in Atlantic City. Beautiful. Next up from there is Barnegat Light. I have two of those, so I'll have pictures of both of them. Going up a little bit further, then we have Navesink. This is a double lighthouse. It's really an awesome old, looks more like a fort with lighthouses on either end. Just great. That's getting pretty close to the northern part of Jersey along the Atlantic. And the final one will be Sandy Hook. That is the furthest north along the Atlantic Ocean. And a little something, this is a taller lighthouse up on a ridge, and it is the lighthouse going into New York Harbor. And considering the height of it and how it could be seen, it is the first thing, the people who moved everything to come to America, which my grandparents on my mother's side did through Ellis Island. The first thing that they could see would be Sandy Hook Lighthouse on the, as you're going into New York Harbor. Thought that's cool. So anyway, that's my lighthouse collection. Thank you. So what are you guys all sad about? It was terrible. The captain and I decided to set up a kissing booth in the senior citizens' home. 1 kiss for 1 ounce of tobacco. They kicked us out. They just kicked us out. We had such high hopes. Well, I hope you like that. And if you did, like and subscribe. And remember, if you don't like this, you just can't get to heaven. So may your smoking lamp always be lit. Take care out there.